Hi everyone, this is Ada from Uplift Cleaning Company, and this is the before shot of a shower clean that I did a couple weeks ago. You can see the buildup of soap scum and some dirt here. This is where the soap rests, right? So the soap, it gets wet. Wee! Sorry about the camera work. There's some buildup of some dirt or some mold. We'll take care of that in a minute. And here's the faucets. They're dim. We'll take care of that too. And the floor has some soap, some dirt. You know what? I'm not here to judge. I'm here to clean. So yeah, you can see the discoloration, but we'll take care of that in just a minute. Hey. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the shower curtain, I'm moving it over, and then you take everything out of your shower, and then you start dusting. I know it's a shower, why are you dusting? But if you get the dust out, it's easier to clean. That's why. Yep. Now here, I'm going to go in with some vinegar and a toothbrush and see what I can do with that. Give it a really good scrub. Now in this video, I needed to take the sound out, so it's going to be me talking to you today. Because this bathroom has a fan, quite a noisy fan, and you would not have been able to watch the video with the fan the way that it sounds. So it's just going to be me and you having a chat today. So yeah, I'm trying to give that shower head a really good scrub with the vinegar and the toothbrush. And now I'm doing the wall, apparently. Every now and then I get off track. There you go. Now back to this part here. Every little thing helps. You'll see me at the end come back with a different cleaning product. As a professional cleaner, I am finding that there are certain levels of cleaning. So you can clean with vinegar and you can get a pretty decent job done. And then sometimes when you come back with another product and then when you dry it off after you use it, after you really give it a good clean with the other product, it can really, really bump up that shine. I think the key really, though, is just drying it off. After I did this vinegar, I didn't dry it off because I'm in there. It took me about 3 hours between between recording and cleaning. It took me about 3 hours to do this shower. This was a free clean. On some of these projects, I'm not looking to be compensated. I just really enjoy a difficult job. So, and I can make anything difficult. I'm that kind of personality, so. So here we are. And I'm down there trying to clean out the little drain. There, now I'm back to scrubbing that shower head. Ideally, what you do is you would soak that. Looking back now, I would probably unscrew this shower head because it just screws in there, and put it in a bowl of vinegar and let it sit while I clean the rest of this shower. But it was coming fairly clean there, and with this little scrub brush that it helped clean off the rest. So it's done well. It could have soaked and then just cleaned itself, really, with vinegar. Vinegar's really great at that. Now this shower, man, my feet were so wet. The little ledges where the soap sits, man, every time I put water, my feet got so wet. Yeah, so here I'm scrubbing. I have that scrub brush. I probably wouldn't use that on a shower again. Now you're really going to get a good, yeah. So you can start seeing the white coming up, the razor scraper is the best way of doing it. Removing that white stuff for this particular project. So I will be scraping this entire shower with that little wee razor. This whole shower is going to get scraped off. Now I do have a scrubbing sponge. I think they call it a scrubbing sponge. I'm really quite pleased with this pack of scrubbing sponges that I got. Yeah. So as I scrape with the razor scraper, you can see the white start coming off. The soap scum or calcium buildup, it's just from general use. You know what? We all take showers, and when you have multiple people living in one home and stuff happens, right? People's lives get hard or whatever. Again, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to help people, and cleaning is one of those ways that I can do that. So giving it a really good scrub. I use these little wee sponges. Sometimes I wish they made like a really big sponge. I'm like, I wonder if they could make like a really big sponge one day. Yeah, I just use those little sponges from the dollar store. And yeah, look at that. Yeah. See all that white? That's just when the bars of soap, because you put soap on those ledges, right? So you get a bar of soap and you wash your body and then you put it on the ledge and, yep, there's more wet feet. You put it on the ledge and then it dries. But as it dries, it drips on the ledge and then it drips down the wall and then it just gets all over. So I had a really great time cleaning that, actually. I really love I love a difficult job. I find that's where I learn the most. I learn all the time. You know what? Look at all that. Do you see the white coming up on the scraper? I love that. I love that. So that's scrub sponge. I actually get those from a local hardware store. I'm in Canada, so I use Canadian Tire. We have one right down the street. So they have a product called Frank's that made in Canada. These Frank's sponges, they work quite nicely. Now you can use Scrub Daddy, but Scrub Daddies I find they're quite expensive, and for me, I can't justify doing that at this point. So yeah, see all the white coming up on that scrubber. So I decided to work in the shower. I decided to work from right to left. And some people work left to right. Some people work right to left. So I did right to left this time. And I'm actually using the Barkeeper's Friend. I'm putting that on my sponge. It's the liquid one. It's not liquid. It's like I can't remember what they call it. But it's just the Barkeeper's Friend. It's not the spray one. It's the one in the middle. It's the soft scrub, maybe is what they call it. And here I'm using the razor scraper to do more of those details. You can actually see on that ledge, because the water, when it hits that ledge, it goes, and then it goes down the ledge, but then there's an underneath part of this ledge right here. And right there, right where my hands are going to, this little section right there in the middle, you can see a good little bit of dirt there under the ledge. Look at all that buildup. And I make my way over there. Yeah, right there. Get it. Get it. Right there. Get that. Okay. So this is just another example of how I really, more water. Oh, my feet were so wet. And yes, I was wearing shoes. I'm cleaning the tub. Let me get it. Get it. There. Better. See, you might not notice that if you weren't in there really looking. Stuff like this might not bother people, but it bothers me. So when I get in there and I see something that's dirty, I clean it. And sometimes it takes a long time. Yeah, so these scrub sponges are really, really good. Pretty good. I find sometimes I grip them too hard and the outside coating part doesn't stay on them that well, but I ripped the little mesh coating thing off of one of them the other day because I just was gripping it so hard, I guess. But I did this whole shower with that one and it's still good to go. So maybe it depends on which one you get. Again, it's a lesser known brand, so perhaps they're developing their products too. Who knows, right? So then now I'm going up the wall with the scraper. You'll notice that I'll apply the product on the sponge and then I'll let it sit on the wall while I do something else. I'm trying to allow the cleaner time to work. So it's called dwell time. So you put the product on and then you let it sit on the surface for a short amount of time. You don't leave them too long, or you can. Not with a surface like this. I don't think you could damage it if you left it on, but then it'll dry and then it'll just be another thing to clean, right? Like it'll just be another mess to. You don't want to leave it on so long that it just turns into a mess. So you just let it have a dwell time and just let it sit there and do what it's meant to do to help break up the mess, and then you wipe it off. So yeah, there's a lot of buildup down there. This is the kind of stuff that I love to do the most, is just, make something really clean. I love it when it's dirty. Make it dirty and I'll clean it. Now right here in just a second, you're going to see me do a wipe with my hand. So you're going to see it's coming up. I just have to get my feet wet a little more. So I wipe one side with my hand and you can see my hand. See how my hand goes quick on one spot and slow on the next. So here I'm applying the product and allowing it to sit so it can dwell and do its work. And down there I'm scrubbing that difficult place right there. So when you are cleaning a surface, especially a shower, it's pretty hard to see when it's that shiny plastic. So in a place like a shower where it's got the buildup of the soap scum and all the soap or the product or the body butter, the whatever might be on the walls. When you rub your hand on the wall and it's clean, your hand slides real slick. And when it's on anything, even just a little bit of buildup, even a week's worth of buildup, your hand will not slide as well. It'll go like a slide, like a wee. And then on the other side, it like you have to drag it kind of. And you could see that in that little demonstration just before there. So as I clean, you'll see me wiping just my hand, just rubbing my hand down to see if my hand just slides or if there's some buildup. And then I'll come back if there's buildup and still buildup. Yeah, you'll keep seeing me slide my hand, and if it's catching on the buildup, then I'll scrub it some more. Yeah, so I'm just you scrub and you wipe and you rinse it. It's the process of cleaning, right? Oh, look, see the hand is sliding better now. So I've moved on to a new section. So again, apply the cleaner from the sponge and then let it sit. There's a little more I'm putting on the sponge and then just wiping it up on the walls, on that tough spot right there. And then same process for the whole shower. So you apply the cleaner, let it sit. Then you go in with the sponge if you want, or your the other sponge, the sponge or the other sponge, or the scraper. Yeah. So in the more difficult project, or this one, this scrub brush. You know what? Moving forward, I don't think I would use the scrub brush again in a shower. Maybe on the floor part. On the walls, it's not the best on the walls, but when you clean often, you find which tools work better for you. I do like that scrub brush, but I don't like it for the walls. That scrub brush, it fits really well in my hand and I can hold on to it nicely. In the video when I did the floor, the brush I used there, it was a different brush. It kept, my wrist kept twisting as I was trying to scrub with that brush. And this brush, my wrist was able to not twist. I don't know what it is about the make of the handle or the design of the brush. It's somehow, as you clean more often, you find tools that work better for the way that your body's designed. And there's the scraper again. This scraper, I'm telling you, these razor scrapers are so good. You will pick up dirt that you never even knew was there. Even in your own home, and even if you keep up with your cleaning really well in your own home, you can still find places where you'll need a razor scraper. There's more water. Oh my goodness, I got so wet. I was so let's just throw a bucket. There's more. Yeah, I got so wet. I did cut out parts where I where the shower head came on or where different things happened, and I totally got soaked, even on my shirt. Like, it wasn't just my feet. It was everywhere. Since this video, I have purchased a rinseroo, which I will show you in another video, but it attaches to the shower head, and it's a hose that attaches to the shower head so you can more accurately place the water instead of just throwing a bucket against the shower and hoping for the best. You can actually spray the hose with more precision. You still get soaked, but it's not so bad. You know, when you clean 4 bathrooms a day, 4 showers or 3 showers a day, it's bound to happen. And yes, as I mentioned before, I do wear my shoes in the tub. When I clean, I wear shoes. They're indoor shoes, and I wear them inside, and I'm cleaning the tub anyway. And the last thing that you clean is the floor of the tub, so it all gets cleaned up. You don't want me in your tub with my bare feet. I don't want to be in your tub in my bare feet because there's all the chemicals coming off the walls. And anyway, it's just best to keep our shoes on, okay? And the main thing is the chemicals, right? I'd be standing in a tub full of chemicals for 3 hours with no shoes on. That's not a good solution. That's a lot of chemical exposure. You don't want to do that to your body. So, yeah, I'll keep my wet shoes. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, you'd rather have me have my wet shoes on too. So, on the outside of the shower, I leave a towel down. So when I get in and out of the shower, the chemicals on my shoes and the water on my shoes, they don't go everywhere in the house because there's a towel down that that I put there to catch the water and the chemicals, so that so it doesn't go all over your house, make a big mess, right? I'm here to clean. I don't want to make more mess. So this particular shelf had a bar of soap on it. There's more. There's more water. Oof. Are your feet wet yet? Are your feet wet? Can you feel it? Woo, that was a good one. Yeah, so this little shelf there had a bar of soap resting on it. So that builds up, as I said before. It really builds up over time. Yep, look, see it's sliding really nicely. See my hand? And when I slid that over there. Yeah. So the soap that's on the ledge, it runs down the wall. And it happens over time. And it's totally normal. Again, cleaners aren't there to judge. I certainly am not. See how hard it is to move my hand? And then as you clean, it gets easier to move your hand along the wall. There, now I'm applying the cleaner. And then we move down the ledge here. So down on that ledge, they put all these different levels and ledges and things so you can rest your shampoo on them. But all those levels and ledges, the water gets there and the soap rests there and all of that. It's all just different places for there to be buildup that happens. So, and that's okay. That's why you hire a cleaner. So now I'm on this ledge. This ledge. Yeah, this was a good ledge there. It just builds up. You put your razor there, you put your shampoo there, you put your soap there. It just builds up. And as you stand there, all of the product falls off your body and also sits there. And, it's okay. Those little nubbies where that bar attaches to the side of the shower, there's that bar that hangs across the shower in this particular shower. And I try as I might, I could not get that black out of there. And I think I inspected it pretty good. I used visual inspection. I'm pretty sure I know there's a gap where the water got in and was able to sit. So it's black because there's mold in there on both sides of that shower rail. I feel like that's a faulty design of the shower. It shouldn't have been able to catch the water in there. I don't know what happened with the seal, but there you have it. Doesn't matter how much you clean that unless you're able to remove that bar and replace that piece or remove it and put it back together, which I would gladly do, but in my opinion, I could not figure out a way to do that without you don't want to damage the person's home, right? So to my knowledge, there was no way of removing that to clean it. Sometimes on different faucets, there's ways to remove pieces so you can give them a good clean, but not on that piece of the shower, no. Yep, so there I'm applying that cream cleaner again, the cream cleanser. You can see there's a few good spots of buildup that will handle. Yep, see so I use that Barkeeper's Friend cream cleanser. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just applying that to the wall so we can do the dwell time, as we say. And there's a couple good spots here you're going to get to see get cleaned up. You can see on the ledge there, you can see the buildup. And then where the top part of the shower meets the bathtub part of the shower, you can see a little buildup down there too. So we get to watch this and see the progress. Oh yeah, there comes the razor scraper. Look at that. There it goes. I actually really love this. You know what? I'm going to take a moment here to talk about how people feel when they hire a cleaner. That I feel as though, even myself, you know what? When I looked into hiring a cleaner a while back, my family hired a cleaner. And you're always worried that somebody's going to judge you. I'm certainly not. I'm not here to judge you. You know what? I love cleaning. That's why I own a cleaning business. That's why I do this every day. And it's really wonderful to go in and clean something. And in doing that, you're helping people. So you don't need to pre-clean. I know a lot of people feel as though they need to pre-clean because the cleaner's coming. You don't need to go in there and look at all that soap scum coming up. You don't need to pre-clean your home when the cleaner's coming. What is ideal for you to do, what you should do is pick up, like tidy, but then I will come in and I will gladly clean up all of this stuff for you. And I'm not judging you. You know, life happens. People get sick or things get hard or backs get hurt or shoulders stop moving or we all have our struggles, right? And our difficult moments where things build up. And time gets away from you and so I'm not here to judge. Like, honestly, I promise. And you know what? I will tidy. If your home needs tidied, I'll tidy. But the difficulty with that is that when you hire a cleaner and they give you your time slot and see how that buildup's coming out of there? It's really great. See how clean that is? Oh, I love this. So when you hire a cleaner and they give you your estimate of how long it'll take to clean your house, it doesn't involve the tidy up, right? So if you have a 3-hour house or a 4-hour house, look at all that stuff coming out of there. If you have a 4-hour house, but your kids have thrown the toys everywhere, which happens. You know what? It happens. But if you need your cleaner to tidy the toys, then that's time away from the things that they were going to clean for you. So the tidying takes time from the cleaning. And that's just what happens. So I will gladly go and tidy. But it means that some of your cleaning items are going to get missed. And I mean, it depends on your needs, right? If you do need that help with the tidying, then we can build that into your cleaning. We can build that into the service agreement. And that's okay too. There has been a time in my life and in the lives of a lot of people where tidying is too much. And I would gladly go in and even help you put your groceries away or any of those things. I can do that and we can work that into your cleaning, your cleaning itinerary. We can do that. But if you do get a cleaning, the cleaning schedule, sorry, I can't think of the name of it right now, but if your cleaning itinerary, you get that, and we design that for you based on just a house cleaning, then the tidy up is going to eat into that time, and items that you were hoping to get done aren't going to get done. See all that buildup coming off of there? This is great. You know, cleaners are only human, right? We can only work with so many hours in the day. And believe me, when you have a cleaner like me, we want to give you everything that we can, but there are only so many hours in the day. So sometimes things need to be able to bend a little bit if there is tidy up that's needed, or if there's a particularly dirty spot that where the buildup just happened over the 2 weeks, or whenever the recurring clean is, or you just gotta adjust. So that spray bottle that I have is just water. I was trying to figure out a way to not need to use that measuring cup as often to get the water, to get the product rinsed off. But yeah, the spray bottle can only do so much, right? It's not really meant to totally rinse. It's meant to apply, not rinse. So the measuring cup came out a lot. So now this area here with the knob, that's a place where if I had have come prepared with a screwdriver, which I am going to start putting in my cleaning caddy, or I might have had one, but this was quite a long clean, so I didn't even think of it. I could pop that knob off and clean inside the knob, and that would have been see-through by the end of this, but I honestly, I didn't think of it this time, because this was, look, it's much better, but I could have popped that knob off and cleaned that up a little bit better. I was in the middle of this and I just didn't even think of it. There's my feet again. I love watching water come out of a tap in a cleaning video. It just makes it look majestic. Yeah, see, there's the wipe and then the scrub. Yeah. I like the pink gloves. I feel like pink gloves are pretty fun. I'm not always going to have pink gloves. I'm running out of them now, but I think my next round of gloves are going to be blue, so I don't know how they decide on the color of gloves. If anybody knows, let me know. How do they decide what color to make gloves? I do like the pink ones. So that scrubber that I'm using right there to do the cleaning in this shower, I've been very impressed with them, and I went and I got my pack so I could tell you what they're called. And bear with me because I'm going to get really Canadian. So they are made, the brand name is Frank, and they're called Scours the Earth, all-purpose scours. And they will not scratch. They're guaranteed, they say that they will not scratch. So they're scours. That's my Canadian word for the day. And I've been very impressed with how well they work. I've used them on several jobs, and they're very, very effective. They are similar to the Scrub Mummy Daddy variety of scrubbers, and they're just at a more acceptable price point for me at this moment. So here, the cleaner that I've been using on my sponge, that I've been putting on my sponge and then wiping on the wall to help break up the dirt or the grime, whatever you want to call it, on the buildup on the shower, was Barkeeper's Friend, the soft cleanser. So I pour that on the sponge, and then I would wipe it on the surface and let it sit. Now at this point, and after I was finished this job, I was not sure, after like the haze of like a 3-hour intensive cleaning was past. I'm not sure if it was the scrubbing, if it was the cleaner, or it was just the scrubbing and the razor blade that did most of the work here. So I think in this situation, it was just more about the razor and lifting it up, because it was thick. You can see right here, as I scrape up, You can see all that soap scum come off. You can see that come right up. It's really, I love this kind of thing. So if you have a shower or whatever, your cleaners aren't going to be judging you. This is what we live for. We get in the cleaning business because we love this kind of stuff. See all that? All that white stuff come up. Because that's where the shampoos again and the soaps and everything sits, and as you rinse off, it falls off your body and it collects because over time, it's just what happens. And it's okay. That's what cleaners clean for. There. Doing a little more scrubbing. As I cleaned the shower, I kind of went, I know everybody goes left to right, but I went right to left, and I kind of worked in sections downward. As you see, I went top to bottom, but I did the top section, and then I did the middle section, and now I'm doing kind of the tub section. So we're going around the lip of that tub there. Those ledges, all these different, all the different levels in the tub, the soap just rests on them. See, there's the barkeeper friend. I love this product, by the way. Absolutely love it. Maybe not in this formulation. I like the powder one. I love the powder one. And the spray-on one helps sometimes too. I'm going to do another video, but that spray-on one, it smells like farts. Let me tell you that right now. You're going to spray that spray-on one, and you're going to wonder who had a fart in that bathroom with you, and it's only you. It's like, it wasn't me. I don't know where that one came from. It's the spray-on barkeeper friend that smells like farts, and it can get really bad buildup off of the sink faucet. So the other day, I'm going to make a video on it, but the other day I had some sink faucets that had a lot of, when the toothpaste that comes out of your mouth, obviously after you're done brushing your teeth, if you get some of that on your faucet, sometimes it looks like your faucet's damaged. You're like, oh man, what happened to the finish of my faucet? I don't know what's in toothpaste. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what's in the toothpaste that makes it do that, but I use some of that barkeeper's friend more spray, I think they call it. And it cleaned those up, no problem. That cleaning product really did an amazing job. And I was able to get a fantastic result. So right here, there's some little blobs of paint. I'm trying to scrape the paint up without damaging the tub, but I actually ended up stopping before I got all of the paint up off of a couple of those, because this is a textured bottom. I couldn't just, when it's got the bumps on it, right, you can't just get your scraper in there. So I got up as much as I could, but you don't want to damage anybody's home. A little bit of paint. Nobody even notices that, I'm sure. It's just me. There, at least my feet aren't in there this time. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that magical water, that majestic, gorgeous water on the video. No feet this time. Yeah, so now you just scrub around the tub part. Just like everyone else, just like we all do. This is just normal stuff. I think I needed the razor scraper here a little bit as well. And you know what? It speeds up the job so well. I love that. You know what I love? I love going to the hardware store, for one. I love that. Number one. Number two, I love looking through the aisles and trying to find other purposes for tools. So the razor scraper, I'm sure, was never invented with cleaning in mind, but somebody had that idea, and I learned from them that this was a really great way to get things going when you're cleaning. And boom, now you've sped it up by adjusting or finding a new way to use a tool. I love that. I love walking around and looking for products and thinking of new ways to use them. Yeah, trying to get that paint off, but I did end up giving up because you don't want to stick the edge of the scraper in there and then damage the bottom of the tub. And now I got my squeegee here. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so now, yeah. Now we're getting the hair out of there. Now in all my jobs, I tend to try to do this. If I see that there's buildup in the drain, if I have time, I'll try to get the hair out. That's also why it's good. I know we're all operating within budgets, but that's why it's also good to kind of leave a little bit of wiggle room. If you have a cleaner and they give you an estimate for 3 hours, maybe think about booking them for 3.5. Or so that when these little things come up, that like there's a clogged drain, they don't end up needing to kind of sacrifice one thing for the next, right? Or just ignore that there's a clogged drain there. Because if I see that something needs to be done, I'll try to do it. And I do carry that pick with me. That pick, it's not I do have the screwdriver as well, but I didn't even think the screwdriver wouldn't help here, obviously, but it would have helped with the faucet. But anyway, this pick, it came in with the kit of screwdrivers, and it's just got a little hook on the end. It's just a little bit hooked. And in my deep cleans, for sure, I'm going to start carrying one of those things that you clean your drains with. You put them in, and they've got little hooks all on the side, so you can grab the hair really easy. They're kind of tricky, though, sometimes, so sometimes you can't really get them in the pipes. I'm not a plumber. I don't know which angle the pipes go out on and different things. I maybe need to look at that. But sometimes when you try to put the drain cleaner things down the drain, you can't even get it to go in for whatever reason, because I don't know which way the angle of the pipe. Anyway, I always have that little hook thing there so I can deal with the hair when I find it. And I have needle nose pliers, but I'm pretty sure the pair that I got is more for crafting. So I need to go get like a proper pair of needle nose pliers, because that would do the trick, no problem, to grab the hair out of there. There, now this is really doing the base of the tub was really no problem. The family that use this shower, they did their best, and the base of the tub gets cleaned a lot, but sometimes you lose track of the rest of it, and it's totally normal. You know what? It's not for me to judge, because life happens. But yeah, the tub was really it wasn't too bad, really. It was a lot quicker to do. And here, this is a car washing brush. And this works really well. Now I'm just rinsing this out. I'm actually really excited about this car washing brush. The bristles are nice and bendable, and it's got little rubber buffers on the end, so when you smack into the thing, it doesn't make that loud tick noise, like the big loud. It makes like a thunk instead of like a tick, it's a thunk. I'm a sound effects person. Here we are. Thick tunk. Anyway, I do quite like that. Yeah. Sometimes just walk around your hardware store and think of different ways you could use different tools. It's one of my favorite things to do. It holds the water really nicely, so you can just move it around and see all the water coming down, and nobody's feet are getting wet. Anyway, now I'm wiping it out, and we're wrapping up the video. See, when you dry off the fixtures, I'm drying off the fixtures, they're going to shine. I love that. That's how you get a shine. You clean your faucets and your different things. You clean them and then you dry them, and that's how you make them shine. And we're going to do the before and afters. Thank you guys for watching. Here's before. See, some of the walls, they're not even shiny because they've got all that soap scum built up on them. So this is still the before. And here's the after. Thank you all for watching. This was a really great project. Don't be afraid to call a cleaner. If you need help, we're here to help. Thanks again. Bye.